Hey guys, welcome to my July favourites video where I'm talking about all the products that I've been loving in July. One of my sort of non-beauty favourites this month has been blogging, and I started up my blog this month, I think maybe the end of last month, but I've absolutely been loving it. I've been posting like about 3, 4, even sometimes 5 times a week, trying to sort of build it up, but I think I've been getting better at it and I've really been enjoying writing. So if you would like to check that out, then I will leave the link in the description, and you can like subscribe on blog loving and that kind of thing. I've really been loving it, and if you have a blog then please let me know because I'd love to check it out. I've been getting into sort of reading more blogs as well. And this month I also hit 100 subscribers, so thank you so much if you subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it, and it was really exciting for me to sort of hit that milestone. I did write a little blog post about it if you want to read it, so I'll link that below as well. Looking at the products I have, it's kind of a little bit different to my other favourites videos. There's just a better range and kind of less things, which means there's not been as many new things that I've been loving this month, but there's definitely some different kinds of things. So I'm going to start with what I've got in my hand, and it is the Dove Summer Glow and Soft Shimmer Nourishing Lotion, and it's in the shade medium to dark. And this is actually a repurchase, but I had the other one without the soft shimmer, and it was the light to medium skin one, but I've just been using this quite a lot. I don't really use self-tan or anything. I kind of would like to get more into it, but I'm not that experienced in it. And I've just found that this stuff has been really good as a sort of beginner's type thing, and I have found that it has kind of kept up my tan and gradually built up as I've used it. I prefer the one without the shimmer because this is actually really sort of, when you go out in the sun and you've put this on, it kind of, there's just sort of little bits of glitter all over, so it's a bit much. It's quite subtle, but it does make a difference, so I've really been liking this month. I've actually got 2 other sort of body moisturiser, body butter things, which is really unusual for me because I'm pretty lazy when it comes to that kind of thing, but I've got one which I got in my glossy box this month. If you haven't seen that video then I'll link it below, but it's from the brand Whish, and it's a lavender body butter. And I don't usually like lavender, but I really like this stuff. I sort of reach for it. I'm pretty sure I've used the majority of it up already, which is kind of sad. But yeah, really like this. Very moisturising. This is the body butter, and it just sort of sinks into the skin and feels really nice, so I've really been liking using that one. And then also as a sort of lazier one is another glossy box item, I think from a few months back, and it's the Vaseline Spray and Go Body Moisturiser, and it's just super easy. It's got the little nozzle where you just spray it out, so I'll show you now. Just sprays out and then you just rub it in. It takes 2 seconds, it's so easy, it's so quick, and yeah, I've been going for this when I've wanted to moisturise and know I need to, but I just have been lazy, and this is just a really quick way to do it. I've not got too many makeup items this month. I've got my MAC Creme Cup Lipstick, which I just have been reaching for more this month, and it's just this sort of light pinky shade. You've probably seen this around, but yeah, that shade. Really like it, sort of a light natural pink, and I've been reaching for that quite a bit this month. But there's probably another lipstick which I've been using a bit more, and it's my Estee Lauder Pinkberry Cream Long Lasting Lipstick, and it's a sort of, this is more of a natural shade but a bit more berry toned, and I really love this. One of my favourite lipsticks. I got this in a free gift from Estee Lauder. Really love their free gifts, so I think it might be a different packaging to if you bought it, if you sort of buy the normal one, but it's still a full-size lipstick. So really like that colour. I think it's so pretty. Another favourite of mine has also been my beauty blender. It's kind of a bit gross and dirty right now because I do use it, and I reach for this. I've used it probably about half the month, sort of between this and a brush, and I just find that this makes the foundation sort of go in flawlessly, and if you've done a bit too much maybe with a brush or something, you can just sort of wet this, dampen it, it gets bigger, and then just pat in the foundation, and it just makes everything look a lot more natural. So I really love this stuff for touch-ups or just for all over foundation application. And then another thing I've been loving is my Real Techniques Base Shadow Brush, and I've been particularly liking this for concealer, but not under my eyes. I think it'd be good under the eyes as well, but I prefer it for sort of blemishes. Just sort of blends things out really well without taking all the product away. It sort of can pat it in and then just blend around the sort of edge of where you've put the concealer, and it just all blends seamlessly and just works really well. Something I haven't really used it for before, so yeah, I've been liking that as well. And my last makeup favourite is the Makeup Revolution Iconic 1 palette, and I've talked about this before, but I've just again been reaching for it. I just find that whenever I travel, this is my go-to, and I really love this dark matte brown shade as a crease colour. I find that it's literally the perfect crease colour. And then also I've been really getting into using sort of the darker shadows as liners rather than a liquid liner or a gel liner, because I haven't really been doing sort of winged liner recently. I've been wanting to get back into it, but liquid and gel sort of just feels a bit too harsh. So going back to the powder, so I've been using this powder here to just do a little wing with a angled brush and then lining my lash line. I just think it looks really subtle, but you still get that winged liner effect. That sort of opens the eyes, so really love this palette. I just adore this palette. I think it's amazing for the price, £4. If you've not heard me talk about it before, or if you don't know about it, really love the sort of shimmery shades as well. The mattes aren't super pigmented, but you definitely can build them up, and I find that you have a little bit more control because you can do that. So with my other high-end shadows, they are very pigmented, but sometimes you put it on and it's like, oh, that's a lot, and it takes a while to sort of blend out, whereas this you sort of build up and do it that way. So it just depends what your preference is. I like both, but I've just really been reaching for this palette. I just love the tones and the colours and just find it super versatile, and yeah, I grab for it all the time. Absolutely love it. That's all my favourites this month. It's definitely a lot less than I have in other months, but that's just what I've been loving this month, the new things. So I hope you did enjoy this, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! So I'm going to start today with my Birch box. So here it is, let's get it open. Got a few cards in here as usual, just at first. We've got a little spoiler here for what's happening in the August one, so it's got this little clear sort of plastic bag which you'll get in the August Birch box.